Good morning, Year 4. It's for Wednesday and we're on week 5, lesson 3. And this is a revision lesson of the work we did last week about comparison, sum and difference. Okay, so here are our 3 words. I think last time we went to the dictionary to look them up, but today we're just going to think, see if we can remember their meaning and what mathematical symbol we're going to use, okay? So when we're looking at compare, we're looking at, is it greater than, less than, or equal to, okay? Right, when we are asked to sum, we are finding the total of the group of numbers, so we need to add them. And when we are finding the difference, we're finding what is left after we've subtracted the smaller number from the larger number. Okay, so I'm not going to go through all of the questions on the sheet, but I'm just going to give you a couple of little bits of advice. And the first piece of advice is read the question. Okay, read all of the information, all right, and you might need to read it a couple of times, okay, because there's a lot of information for the questions. So read the question. Now here we have the second hint, which is answer the question. Okay, make sure you actually finally give the answer that the question asks for. All right, because sometimes you do lots of working out, but don't actually remember to put the last part of the answer. Okay, so answer the question. Okay, so a couple of tips. So this is question 2 of sheet 1, all right, and it's about understanding that each crown is actually worth 2 years. So when we come to calculate the pictogram, we can see we've got 2 whole crowns and a half crown. Okay, so a half crown must be worth 1 because half of 2 is 1. So we've got 2, 4, 5, and it's often useful to write the value at the end of each row to help you. Okay. Okay, and on sheet 1 again, we've got the kind of expected level questions for year 4. Right, so when you're reading, it's quite a busy bar chart. Not very nice to read because of all the tiny lines. So my advice to you is to use a ruler. Okay, remember that you can again write the value at the top of each bar if you want to or if you need to. Okay. And now the second sheet, where we're looking towards the deeper level of understanding. All right. If you have been able to interpret the bar chart and the pictogram on the first sheet, this shouldn't really give you too much of a problem. Okay, it's just about noticing that the value of each crown has changed to 5 days. Okay, so you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 14, 15 whole crowns. And if we look at this one at the end, you can see you've got not exactly half, but just over half. So you're going to have to make a decision about what value you think that crown is. It is just over half. Okay, and there you can see you've got one that is not quite complete. So what value do you think that crown is? And my last hint for today is to have a quick look at question 2 on sheet 2. It says present all the data together as either a bar chart or pictogram on graph paper. Explain why you have chosen to present your data this way. So you have to present the data that it's probably easiest to take the data from the pictogram, okay, and you can actually add it to this bar chart, okay. So I'm just going to put a line there where we would have the other monarchs' reigns, okay, so the names would be here, here and here, all right. And then when you get to question 3, it says add the following information to your bar chart or pictogram, and there are 2 more monarchs to add. Well, you could either extend your bar chart, okay, so you could cut it out, stick it in, extend it on the page, or you could add those between the 2 end columns, okay, or 2 end bars. Right, that's it for today. Have fun, make sure you've got a ruler and you draw your bars carefully.